I got 3 Roombas and they all suck. I talk to myself a lot because a lot of times I'm here alone. And I figured this morning I'd talk to you guys. I'm smoking this is a Clark's favorite, I believe. It's going to be hard to see that. There it is. There it is. Get that in the camera. Beautiful bent stem there. It's just kind of hippie colored stem. And anyways, and then I'm smoking my favorite Christmas blend, Orly Golden Slice. I hadn't done a video in quite a while. I'm drinking some Lavazza coffee. I figured if Greg Tunnel can do a video in the shower, I could do one in my Christmas PJs with my Wyoming cowboy baseball cap on. I hope that's okay. I'm gonna be doing some rocking because I can rock now. See, I got 3 Roombas. I know we have a competitive household here. It's a tough household with the dogs. We got a dog that sheds a lot, and the dog is winning against the Roombas. I even have one of those Roombas where it sucks the stuff out on its own and it's not working. The Roomba upstairs is turned French. I can't understand a word it says, and it's not, it just blinks. And then the one we have in the, Roomba's just a nice, a form of procrastination. And laziness on my part, because my wife, she actually goes out and works because she loves her job. I stay here and play music all day, and I'm probably supposed to clean up a little bit, and I try, so I haven't been able to because of my back, and I'm going to ride that excuse as long as I can. In the room, in the living room, this disappears. Never goes back to base. You can't find it. The first thing I want to say is I appreciate all the people that have said nice things during my issues with the back, my spine. Never really ever had issues like that before. I've never had a medical surgery before. I had jaw surgery back when I was in college, but I've never had surgery before. It was kind of neat. People were really nice at the hospital. I love anesthesia. It's cool. Anesthesists, they all come in and talk to me before. And then they wheel me in there, and I see the anesthesiologist guy. He's like, "You're going to feel a little burn." I didn't feel nothing. And I remember he was talking to one of the nurses. He's like, "Last time you got anesthesia, did you feel the burn?" And I never got to the answer. Appreciate all the nice things that people have said. Cliff Higgins nailed it from the get-go, my situation. That's scary enough right there. He also sent me a little care package of some WD-40 and some chewing tobacco. I don't know how many other dentists that send people chewing tobacco, but he sent me some. I have quit chewing, so I appreciate that, Cliff. I gave it to BR. Seems like my rocking chair is making some noise. I can't hear it. But it's been an interesting year. Last Christmas, I remember saying, "Brooke, we're going to really do Christmas up right this next year," because we just didn't really do much last year. We put up a tree. My brother-in-law passed away. Christmas was always his favorite time, so it's been a little difficult for her and to get in the Christmas spirit. So I said this year we're going to do something special. Today's date is December 20th, and the tree is still not up. So which I've got, the back thing. We just hadn't really done much yet. The only thing I've done really is spent too much money on pipe. I hadn't bought pipe, for a while. That's not true. But today I did purchase the Briar Blues 2022 Pipe of the Year. I got the best one. I got the one that everybody wanted. So that was cool. But they're beautiful. Some are dark, and some are smooth, and some are sort of a tan rustification. That's the one I got. I got the rustiest looking one. When I bought another Costello from an Italian guy, which I don't regret buying. I said that the dogs got it for me for Christmas. I hadn't really got anything for the wife or anybody else. We sort of get our own stuff for ourselves for Christmas. Which I got no problem for. I'm not really into. She takes like 92% of the stuff she buys back. So there's no way in hell I could really have any success there. I don't reflect very much. Kind of a day at a time kind of person. I don't really do a lot of reflection. But I took time, I guess it was 2 nights ago, to reflect on Christmas. And I was lucky that my Christmases growing up were just so happy. And I know some people don't have that experience. Christmas can be a difficult time for them because everybody reflects and tell you to reflect and such. But I was lucky enough to be able to have a good Christmas all the way from, we get to point, Thanksgiving, all the way through New Year's. It was just a really happy time. And I'm grateful for that. Both my parents are dead now. I don't do a good enough job of going to see my sister. I talked to her on the phone the other night. She's got some stuff going on with her family that's rather disheartening and none of her doing. And that was, that's a tough situation. But just talking to her took me back. We're the last ones in that little happy home during Christmas. I liked the consistency of it. We did a lot of the same stuff every year. I mean, it all started, in Thanksgiving morning, this whole season, with my dad starting. He had this leaf blower, which I've mentioned before, that was so loud people in 2 counties over could hear it. That's how my Christmas season, the holiday season, started at our house. Loud ass leaf blower. And then all through, we'd put the tree up right after Thanksgiving, and I can still smell the attic where we get the tree out. And those old boxes, I can smell those boxes. And we'd decorate in the den, which was the fireplace room. Mom went all out with decorations around the house. And they'd have parties and have people over. And his office party was usually my first gift. That was my first gift, and they usually got me something pretty good. A couple of family Christmases, parties, and other parties, whatever. Go to churches. Had the talking Christmas tree down at Harvey's. But I can just remember things that are just sort of abstract. Hand-me-down Raggedy Ann record player. That's what I had. It was back in the 70s when you played records. And they would always get Christmas albums from Ace Hardware. They'd give me those albums, which I thought was the coolest thing. And I would sit in my room. I would listen to those records. I always remember looking out the window. This is in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And from a distance, I could see the WGNS radio tower beacon light. The red light in the distance is flashing. And as crazy as this sounds, I would look at that light and think of baby Jesus and Santa Claus, and how there's a great big world out there, and how happy I was that it was Christmas time, listening to that music and looking out that window at that blinking light in the distance. And I can still remember that to this day. And I ask, why do I remember that? Why does that stick in my head? Mm. I remember the smell of my grandfather's house when we go to me, Mom, and Pawpaw's house on Christmas Day, which was a wonderful trip up because I knew that I was going to get gifts at me, Mom, and Pawpaw's, and we ate tremendously well there. This was in Woodbury, Tennessee. I remember we go to my aunt and uncle's in Franklin, Tennessee for Christmas Eve. I knew I was getting gifts there. So I was fired up about the ride there because I knew I was going to get gifts. And on the way home, I was fired up because I knew that Santa was going to come. I was fired up to go to my grandparents' house because I knew I was going to get gifts there. And then I was fired up coming home because I was going to get to play with the gifts that Santa brought me. Yeah, I think that's what depresses me sometimes about Christmas now. Is it's just not as fun as it was when I was a kid. Now, when my son was little, it was fun to get him stuff. Now it's easy to get Christmas presents. You just give him cash and he blows it. You know, it's just been an interesting year this year. I got to meet a lot of you YouTube Pipe community members here in America, Canada, and on the other side of the pond. So I really, really enjoyed all those occasions. I loved being in England, and I loved being in California, and I loved being in Las Vegas. Our Nashville Mafia show is still going. We're going to kick back in full force after the holidays. And for those of you who watch that, thank you. It really just gives me time to hang out with my best friends, so I'm grateful for that. If you do like long extended hippie jams and just relaxing to some beautiful soothing hippie culture, then Swamp Muscle Jams might be the page for you. Just go there, subscribe. I have a show called Swamps Live at 12:05. Gives me something to do with my music other than just sitting around listening to it myself or playing it in the car, so hopefully people enjoy it. I'd like to get some non-pipe smokers to listen someday. I appreciate our community. I hope all of you are happy.